On the shores of Lake Erie here in the city of rock and roll. Our coverage of the NFL brings us to Huntington Bank Field. Five weeks come and gone already. And we're off here in Week 6 on EA Sports. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
I'm wondering.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is first and 10. Right to the air, Burrow. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Chased out to his right. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throw away.
Burrow throwing again on 2nd and 10. Got a man, it's Gesicki. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. On target to his man Higgins. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. That was Martin Emerson with a stop that time.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of it.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Throwing from the gun. Forced out to his right. That's caught for the 1st. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. They gain 14 on the play. And that gives the Browns a first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Let's go now.
Play action on first down. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now they face second down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
They'll run now on second down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. They give it to him again. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. He'll check this one down, complete to the fullback. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Their opening drive continues. 1st and 10 now from the 39. He'll look to throw. Finds Judy near the sideline. And he runs it down inside the 15 before going out. That one goes for 25 yards. And that gives the Browns a first. Working inside the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Another try following the sack. And he has the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Hopkins knocks the extra point through. And the Browns will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Higgins, the man in motion right. 1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Has him on the quick hitter. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And he manages to get back to the line, but no further, as we're at the end of one. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this.
On one, ready?
Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They still have 10 to go here. It's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. That's Gesicki. He's got it. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
First and 10 from the 41.
11.
Burrow from the gun. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Gun. Stop.
Looking to throw, Burrow. Catch made by Chase Brown. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Third and short, it's Burrow. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
Here we go.
Into the hands of Gesicki, complete. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Here's Swift on second down. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a first and goal.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable third down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Burrow out of the shotgun. He's got him. That's Swift. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
11.
On third and goal, here's Burrow. Swift hauls it in. Oh, play didn't develop like he needed. He goes out behind the line.
I'll tell you, that is a humbling moment to see a completed third down pass actually go backwards instead of towards the sticks.
Butker knocks it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Go!
Plowing up the middle. And that's good for a gain of 5. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Pass play now. Able to find Gould here. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. That's the 2-minute warning in what has been a defensive battle. It's the Browns with 1st and 10. They're throwing it. Throw complete to Warren. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
2nd and 4. He sends this one to the end zone. They connect on the deep shot. And he will score. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns grow their lead just before halftime. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all, so they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Gun. Cut.
They kick the running back in motion.
Cut.
1st down, Burrow to throw. Has his man, it's Swift. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Bengals have to move here, clock's running as they hustle the line. Again, right side for Swift. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time. Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. New set of downs for him from the 46. On 1st down, here's Burrow. Short pass brought in. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle to the line. Burrow back to throw. Brought in right side. And he's taken down at the 30.
Hey, we gotta keep
moving
scoring.
quickly, trying to get set again. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Evan McPherson on for the Bengals field goal. From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder. And he missed it. It's no good. And it stays a 2-possession game at an 11-point margin. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter.
Come on, Nick. How you doing, brother?
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback.
No. Oh.
First and 10 now from the 30. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a groove, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Running back sent in motion. From the 35 on 2nd down. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
Oh.
This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's good for a Cleveland first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Let's go now.
To the air now on 1st and 10. That one finds Josh Downs. And he'll be brought down at about the 29.
Ha-ha.
Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Here's a throw. Big catch made, and he got both feet in.
I'll be a new king with a fire ready for the good toss of the blessing, Cody.
That's pretty impressive, Kate. I mean, to have the awareness, the body control to not just secure the ball, but to keep both feet down on the sideline.
First down from the red zone. Escapes the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
I know he's over there throwing up. You know, he over there mining for data, calling
so
it.
The incompletion on first. Here's 2nd and goal. They kick the running back in motion. He'll throw it yet again. He has the catch, but no, he can't get down in bounds. Oh, Brock, it was nearly a touchdown, but they're going to say it's incomplete.
Yeah, I understand why this crowd and these fans were celebrating a touchdown, but not so fast. Catch, that looked good, but you got to get both feet down, too.
And he's in. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns grow the lead coming out of halftime. On his Hopkins for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Browns push their lead to 18.
Okay, George. Yeah, concert these days. You're a goof. Yeah.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here.
They're never a year. He's spiraling.
Fielded at the 7.
It's been over a year.
And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped.
The thing is, the shit wouldn't. It would have died down. Obviously, it would have picked back up because he went to Toronto.
They'll get this drive started.
But
First and 10.
It would have died down a lot if he didn't sue.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. throwing now from the gun. He's on the move. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
Here we go.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw almost ended an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
12.
Fourth down, Burrow. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Ball at the 33 for first down. Trying to throw here out of the gun.
The pick.
Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jordan Battle with the INT. He steps in front and picks it off. Looked like he missed the spot there, partner. Maybe because he threw it on the run?
Yeah, I think that's exactly the case, Kate. You know, you get set in the pocket. This game is fast anyway. Things are flying, but once you get on the run, it is a whole nother speed. It really becomes advantage defense as they take it away.
And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Yeah, it's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Grant Delpit in to pick it up. And he's going to go. It's a pick six. On his Hopkins for the extra point. And the kick is good. And the Browns continue piling on to this lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Starting from the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30.
Ready?
Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10.
Here we go. 11. 11, Thomas.
After the pick, here's Burrow again. Buys time, rolling right. Got a man, it's Gesicki. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a pickup of 26. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
1-1, ready?
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Couldn't connect there. Incomplete. The tip definitely broke up that throw. So second down coming up.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get two hands on it the next time.
Burrow throwing again on second and 10. He completes it in traffic. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Well, that right there, Kate, that is the epitome of trust. And trust in your big physical tight end. Throwing his way into double coverage. You may question the decision when the ball leaves his hands, but it's tough to question when it produces results like that.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He's trying to push the field. And that's incomplete. He had the touchdown, but just couldn't finish off the catch, and a potential 6 points comes off the board.
You only get so many chances to make this type of play for your team, or you'd love to see him come through there.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
12.
To throw again, it's Burrow. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the fourth down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another fourth down.
First down, here's Swift. And he'll get down to the 21-yard line before he stopped. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Hey, I know the temptation is there. If I'm thinking it in the booth, I know that play caller is too. That could have been a chance to be aggressive. Not the case. Go get the first down like they did, and a new set of downs to work with.
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here we go, here we go.
Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided.
Here we go.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Burrow throwing out of the pistol. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on for the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock. And physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Done.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So that brings up 4th and long.
11. Here we go. 11 MT.
Trying for it with Burrow. Finds Chase on the slant. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. And this one won't get close. They make the stand and force that turnover on downs. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And it's a minimal gain here. Only gets him to about the 14. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Back to the well again. Up the sideline past the 25. And he'll get this all the way up to the 35. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
To throw it on 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. This one intended for the running back. And it's going to be 2nd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. 16 yards on the play. And that gives the Browns a 1st.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
That pass caught by Gould. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Extra DB out there for the Bengals. Third down coming. Throwing now, off play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. On the run right, throwing deep down. Wide open down the field, and he has it! And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he stopped just a little short of the goal line. He's down to the 2. 6 yards from there. It's going to be second and goal.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
Buckle up. It's third and goal. Setting up a throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with a quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Browns nearing their second win in the campaign. Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a fourth to try to reach that end zone.
Here we go, here we go.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Escapes the pocket. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best.
Here we go.
Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
He'll get this one to Brown. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
From the 19. Has him on the quick hitter. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down. Burrow out of the shotgun. On the move, headed right. Pass caught along the sideline by Gesicki. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
That's a pro's pro right there. That is one heck of an experienced catch. He made sure to secure the ball, but he also knew exactly where the sideline was to get those feet down.
Short pass brought in. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line.
Gotta go score. Let's go.
Got to hurry this to the line. First down, Burrow to throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. As soon as he realized the pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Here we go.
My bad. I don't think he
11 MT Kate. 11 MT Kate. 11 Mighty. 11 Mighty.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Need this to force overtime. And that one's picked off in the end zone, but no, incomplete, folks. He wasn't able to stay in bounds.
Gosh, I love how the receiver creates space from the defender, and even more so the concentration to make the catch. What he didn't have was enough real estate to get his feet in and make an exciting completion.
One final shot here. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that last pass falls incomplete as this game comes to a close.